Chrisley Knows Best fans share Chrisley family's criminal roots. Chrisley Knows Best fans have become very invested in the family's criminal roots and are now sharing them. This comes on the heels of Chase Chrisley getting arrested for assault. Not only was he arrested, but he also had a smirky mugshot taken, which was revealed to the public. So what trail of problems has the family left like breadcrumbs? Keep reading for more details. Chrisley Knows Best fans share family's criminal roots. It has been a rough 2 years for the Chrisley Knows Best family. They have been in the spotlight due to Todd and Julie Chrisley's legal problems. The couple was sentenced to a collective 19 years behind bars due to fraud. They were sentenced in November 2022 and started serving in January 2023. Unfortunately for Todd and Julie, they were placed in separate prisons. He is in Florida, whereas she is in Kentucky, making it hard for their children to keep up with visitation. Savannah Chrisley has been doing her best to raise her younger siblings, Chloe and Grayson. However, Todd and Julie are not the only ones in the Chrisley family who have done wrong and landed themselves in hot water. Kyle Chrisley, who is Todd's oldest son from his first marriage, has been the most notable family member, having been in and out of trouble for years. He had a plethora of problems, including substance abuse, mental health issues, and more. Additionally, he is Chloe's biological father, but he and her mother could not provide the life she needed, leading Todd and Julie to step up. Of course, a fan on Reddit did a deep dive into the Chrisley family's criminal history, and it runs deep. The OP shared some fun facts. Todd's father was always in and out of prison, while Todd's brother was arrested for shoplifting. His SIL was arrested for extortion. Kyle is out on bond right now. Lindsay Chrisley allegedly has multiple police reports of domestic abuse, plus accused Julie of slapping her. Grayson made vicious phone calls to GF plus a car wreck, but said the car was self-driving. Savannah had a subscription box people paid for, but never got. It was noted that Chrisley Knows Best alum Chase Chrisley had allegedly tried to extort his sister with a sex tape in the past. Now he has a mugshot to go along with his parents and his brother, Kyle's. After seeing the deep criminal history that follows the family, what did followers have to say? I don't think I've ever seen a group of people so caught up with money and status symbols. The Chrisleys are low-life scammers and natural-born criminals. The whole family needs to be locked up. Nanny Faye Chrisley, I'm not exactly sure of her transgressions, but given she hatch-toed and was married to Daddy Chrisley, she is just as crooked as the rest. Yes, it was questioned where Nanny fell into all of this. Someone pointed out she always had a get-rich-quick scheme every episode, but does that make her bad? Not necessarily. At the end of the day, many think the Chrisley kids are still very entitled and have very little sympathy for them. It does not seem, in Chase's case, that he has learned anything from what his parents are going through. The Chrisley family, known for their Southern charm, lavish lifestyle, and larger-than-life personalities, first rose to fame on the reality television show Chrisley Knows Best. Todd Chrisley, the outspoken patriarch, along with his wife Julie and their children, became household names for their humorous antics and seemingly perfect family dynamic. Viewers tuned in weekly to see the family navigate the ups and downs of their high-profile lives. However, behind the cameras and the glamorous lifestyle, a darker, more complicated story began to emerge, leading fans to uncover the Chrisley family's criminal roots. As Chrisley Knows Best gained popularity, many fans became enamored with Todd's charismatic personality and his self-proclaimed financial genius. But as time passed, whispers of trouble began to circulate. The family's lifestyle, which seemed to defy the financial odds, raised suspicions. Where was all the money coming from? How did they afford their palatial estate, designer clothes, and luxurious vacations. It wasn't long before the family's wealth became a focal point of speculation, and some fans began to dig deeper into Todd's past. Todd Chrisley had built a reputation as a successful real estate mogul, and while that may have been true for a time, the reality was more complex. It wasn't long before fans discovered that Todd's financial dealings had caught the attention of the authorities. In 2019, he and his wife Julie were indicted on federal charges, including tax evasion, wire fraud, and conspiracy to defraud banks out of millions of dollars. The charges stemmed from allegations that the couple had inflated their income to obtain loans, falsely claimed to be broke while living lavishly, and evaded paying taxes on their true earnings. This revelation sent shockwaves through the Chrisley Knows Best fan base. The family's carefully curated image of wealth and success was suddenly marred by accusations of financial deceit. Fans who had long admired Todd's seemingly flawless persona were left grappling with the news of his criminal activities. Some couldn't believe that the man they had watched on TV, who portrayed himself as a loving father and savvy businessman, could be involved in such a scheme. Others, however, weren't as surprised. For some fans, the criminal allegations simply confirmed their suspicions about the Chrisleys' extravagant lifestyle. There had always been something about their wealth that felt off. How could a real estate mogul, no matter how successful, afford to live in such opulence while raising a large family? The sudden downturn in their fortune, coupled with their tendency to flaunt their wealth on television, had led some viewers to believe that there was more to the story than what was being shown on screen. It also didn't help that Todd's relationship with money had always been a topic of conversation. Throughout Chrisley Knows Best, Todd often boasted about his ability to navigate the world of business and finance, claiming to be a financial expert with the knowledge to secure wealth and success. His bravado and penchant for making bold statements about his finances only added fuel to the fire. Fans who had watched his every move began to wonder whether his financial acumen was as sharp as he claimed, or if it was simply a carefully constructed facade to hide his criminal activities. The indictment against Todd and Julie was just the beginning. As the case progressed, more details about the couple's financial dealings were revealed. It was uncovered that they had failed to pay taxes on millions of dollars in income, and they had used various methods to hide their earnings from the IRS, including falsifying tax returns and inflating their expenses. The Chrisleys had also been accused of manipulating their income and assets to secure loans, which they then used to fund their extravagant lifestyle. The couple's lavish spending habits and the contrast between their public persona and their financial misdeeds made the case all the more scandalous. For many fans, the Chrisley family's criminal roots became a topic of fascination. Social media exploded with opinions, conspiracy theories, and debates over the extent of the family's involvement in the criminal activities. Fans who had once idolized the Chrisleys now began to question everything about their lives. Was Todd really the loving, self-made businessman he portrayed on television, or was he a con artist using his charm to deceive both his family and the public? Some fans expressed disappointment, feeling betrayed by the Chrisleys' actions. They had tuned in for years to watch what they thought was a genuine portrayal of family life, only to find out that the family's image was a carefully crafted illusion. Others, however, saw the situation differently. They believed that Todd and Julie were simply victims of a flawed legal system and a celebrity-obsessed media landscape. For them, the Chrisleys were just another example of how public figures could be unfairly targeted and vilified by the press. Amidst the growing controversy, some fans began to share their own theories about the Chrisley family's criminal past. One popular theory suggested that Todd had inherited his criminal tendencies from his father, who was rumored to have been involved in illegal activities before his death. Others pointed to Todd's strained relationships with various business associates and employees, hinting that his alleged financial misdeeds may have been part of a larger pattern of deceit and manipulation. The family's history of financial instability and bankruptcy filings also fueled suspicions that they had been living beyond their means for years. Despite the mounting evidence against them, the Chrisleys continued to maintain their innocence. Todd and Julie both claimed that they had been wrongfully accused, insisting that they had done nothing wrong and that the charges were part of a larger conspiracy. They continued to appear on Chrisley Knows Best during the trial, and while their show remained popular, the cloud of criminal allegations loomed large over the family. In the end, Todd and Julie were convicted on several charges related to tax evasion and fraud. They were sentenced to lengthy prison terms, and their fall from grace was complete. For many fans, it was a bittersweet moment. While some felt that justice had been served, others mourned the loss of the family they had once admired. The Chrisleys had gone from reality TV royalty to criminal defendants, and the fallout from their legal troubles would forever alter the public's perception of them.